What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Sim Gaming Network, where it's all sim all the time. Today we got a fun video for you guys. I'm talking about quality of life improvements for both Madden and college football 27. Now, some of these are going to be specific to Madden, others are going to be in college football as well. But either way, these are things that are currently in the game but don't function the way that they should and thus need a quality of life update. We're going to go ahead and break it all down. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. Otherwise, let's dive right in.
And Bonds hits right high. It's a dig. It is out of here. This is caught. Diggs. Sideline. Touchdown. Unbelievable. Bryant for the win. Bang. Watch out. He's got getting away from the top speed. Michael Short.
Okay, so the first quality of life feature I want to discuss is sliders, and more specifically, just having sliders that work the way they're supposed to. And there's three that I want to kind of highlight and call out. Number one is the accuracy slider, both for the user and the CPU. And then the other two that I want to talk about are punt power. And then if we go all the way down to penalties, we're going to talk about face mask. Because face mask, as we all know, is something that whether you set it on 0 or 99, it does not get called. I don't think anyone has seen a face mask called in all of Madden 26, Madden 25, maybe even Madden 24. So this has zero impact on call rate. So it'd be nice if penalties that have sliders associated worked, right? And that's kind of what we're going to go through and discuss. Punt power and quarterback accuracy. I'm going to try to keep this as quickly as I can, but the main issue with punt power, and this is an issue when you're playing on competitive style only, is that the power scales for the player but not the CPU. So for example, we are going to go ahead and drop this all the way down to 0, or we'll just put it at 1. Okay, we're going to put pump power at 1. And again, I am on competitive style, but that doesn't mean that these sliders shouldn't work. And this is really easy to test. It happens in game, but you can go into practice mode. And this is me as the user punting. And you're going to see with it at 1, I can't even get it across the 50. Now, I didn't get a full power on that kick, so let's try it again here. We're gonna not even adjust it, we're just gonna go straight. Max power, poor accuracy, barely get it to the 50 on the dot. Makes sense, the slider is working when you look at it that way. But if we go ahead and we flip sides, CPU is going to punt. From the 20 to the 20 with the power on 1. This is a quality of life. We need sliders to actually work. Now, if it didn't work at all for, maybe if it was a competitive thing where, you just want to have punt power really high, but it works against the player, does not work against the CPU. And this brings me into the other issue that I want to discuss, which is there's similar impacts with quarterback accuracy. Now, quarterback accuracy is one of those where the slider does do something. We're going to put it at 1 as well. The slider does do something, but does it have to do with accuracy? I would tell you no. All right, so we're going to just move the ball as always, just to give us a little bit more room. And my main issue with the accuracy slider is that it doesn't actually truly impact a quarterback's accuracy. All it does is make the balls be wobbly. As you can see there, we'll break it down in instant replay. Quarterback accuracy is at 1. So in theory, nothing should be able to be completed. I'm using a lower rated quarterback in Shedeur. However, EA has decided that the accuracy slider doesn't really have to do with accuracy, as this is an accurately thrown football right to the wide receiver, but they have instead made accuracy determine the quarterback's ability to throw a tight spiral. So you can see the ball's just wobbly. I'll go slow motion here if I can. The ball comes out of his hand and it's just a duck. So even though the pass was still accurate, the ball just becomes a duck. And this happens for the user and the CPU. Is you can throw balls. That's an accurate, it was caught, it was accurate, went where it needed to go. Quarterback accuracy's at 1. All that really happens when you lower the accuracy slider is the passes become ducks. You can see it right there. It's a duck. And when we flip sides, it's the same thing for the CPU. The CPU will still be accurate. They are just going to throw ducks. And this is a problem because people want quarterback accuracy to be lowered because EA has, unfortunately, robo quarterback in the game. There's a reason that terminology exists. And we're going to watch the quarterback for the CPU. Again, accurate throw. Theoretically, with it on 0, there should be nothing accurate. That was a short one, so we're going to go ahead and see if we get a little bit of longer throw here. He takes a sack, doesn't throw it. Accurate pass, it was just a duck. We'll go into instant replay. And you guys can see, for the CPU, it's the same thing. Lowering it to 0 doesn't impact the ability to throw an accurate pass. It impacts the pass to be a spiral. That should not be how accuracy works. Accuracy should be accuracy. The ability to throw your spiral is supposed to be a trait or some other feature. But that's a quality of life. 3 sliders that need to be addressed for quality of life moving forward. Okay, so the next quality of life for Madden and potentially college football, if they bring it over, is going to be the abilities. I do like abilities and how they were introduced to the game. However, I do think that some balancing needs to be done. We all know about Camp Counselor, and that was not addressed through any updates, unfortunately. Perhaps it's something that just needed to be done in a full cycle. There are several other abilities, though, that I think kind of follow down the same path that need some adjustments. What I like about abilities is when it impacts your team, it gives boosts to your team, right? We can look at it here. Increased quarterback accuracy when throwing on the run, increased quarterback accuracy when throwing on, that impacts your team. I like that. What I don't like is when you're putting on an ability like insider training and it doesn't actually do anything for your team, it's actually impacting the other team. Reduces defender ability to disengage. I don't like that. We shouldn't put on ability that impacts the other team. We should be putting on abilities that only impact our team, which thus have the impact of impacting the other team. Because if we want the defender's ability to disengage from run blocks reduced on inside run plays, then coincidentally you change this to better inside run blocking on inside run plays. That for the user team, like +3, +5, whatever, that is in itself going to reduce the rate at which the opposing team disengages. So I think that a lot of these abilities need to be reworked when it's not specific to your team, it's instead impacting the other. Ahead of the chains is another one. Reduce defender ability to disengage from run blocks on early downs. Why not instead have better impact blocking or pass block, run blocking, power, run blocking, finesse, whatever it might be on first and second down, which would then in turn reduce their ability because you're getting a boost to your team stats. There are several of them in here that are like that, where it's not really doing anything for your team. It's more so negating stuff from the other team. And boom, Runner at M is a perfect example. So I like how the first 3 tiers are done. Tier 1, run +5 run block to all offensive linemen. Great. +5 impact blocking for all tight ends and fullbacks. I like that. That's affecting your team. Better run blocking on run plays on early downs, first and second. Perfect. It's impacting your team only. When you get to tier 4, suddenly we're getting away from impacting our team, and now we're putting a direct impact solely on the opposing team. Reduced defender ability to disengage. That shouldn't be there. This should just be something that by default is going to get that reaction from the defender. Just like better run blocking on early downs, on first and second down, is naturally going to have a reduction in their ability to disengage because our run blocking is boosted. So they need to get away of anything in the abilities that impacts the other team directly. All the teams are going to get impacted indirectly from your team's boosts. So I hope they readjust that and tweak these. You know, it was their first time going into something like this, and so changes like that are expected. But you got some good ones here, like Pressure Posse, which is it's only impacting your team's players. I like that. I think that's good. Again, it's not all of them, but there are definitely some that need to be reworked to get better balancing and not impacting the team that you're playing. Hey, if you're watching this video, that means you want the most realistic experience for your sports franchises. And by definition, that makes you a sim gamer. So I want to let you know that the Sim Gaming Network merch store has gone live. Got a lot of great designs for t-shirts, coffee mugs, hoodies, like you can see here, Sim Gaming Revolution, that you can go ahead and check out and maybe add to the cart. This is a great way to let people know where you stand in sports video games, that you like to play realistically. You're a sim head, part of Sim Nation, and a lot of the designs are geared towards that. There's not really any references to my channel specifically. So go head on over, check out the store. Link is in the description. Add something to your cart and rep Sim Nation. Okay, so for the third quality of life, I want to talk about settings where we have a simple on-off toggle. And we need to make sure that these work when they are set to off. College football has this issue, so does Madden. I'm going to give you the perfect example of it in college football, but I'm going to talk about the one that's impacted in Madden as well, and that's breakout scenarios. If you're like me, you don't like breakout scenarios because they're unrealistic. They don't make sense with your options, because you could have better games than the options that are presented, but because you didn't hit those specific requirements, you fail. So I personally like to have breakout scenarios off. Unfortunately, in Madden 26, even when they're turned off, they still trigger and turn on. This is not cool. This is a quality of life issue. What is the point of giving us the option to turn it off if it's gonna activate and make us do it anyway? Now, the easiest way to show this is in college football, where college football has the same issue with a different setting. In college football, of course, there are not breakout scenarios, but there are toggle settings that we have. One in particular is AI wide receiver for user teams. We have an option to have this on or off, okay? There was some tests done early in the year by some people, I don't remember who, but they said that this is better when it's turned off. You get better animations, better gameplay, whatever. Doesn't matter. We have the option to turn it off. However, if you have it off in your settings, in your dynasty, it does not matter. Because when you load into a game, it automatically turns back on. This is an example of why give us settings and toggles that we can turn on or off if they don't work. And I understand things could, release and not work, But the game released in July, it's April, this hasn't been fixed. Automatically turns back on. You literally have to pause your game at the start, come back in and turn it off. Why? Big time quality of life feature has to be addressed. This impacts both Madden and college football. We need these fixed in 27. All right, so the next quality of life is really going to be just a way to have realistic rotations in the game. This has been an issue in EA games for as long as I can think of. Previously, we've only had auto subs, right, which we know don't work very well for rotating players, with the issue that what people have always done here is, 84, 89, whatever. But the reason I say auto subs don't work very well is because we always had that issue of, well, as soon as a running back had a certain amount of carries or whatever, he could never recover to 90, right? So you'd have to set it to where it took so long for him to sub out, but then if he never recovered up to a certain level, then he wouldn't come back in. That's how we have disappearing players in the fourth quarter, right? And you could jack up fatigue and things like that, but you'd still have disappearing players in the fourth quarter. And then we have wear and tear, which is an alternative way to get players to rotate in. However, this causes the same problem, right? Because we can have keep fresh on our running back here. When he hits 70, he comes out. When he gets back up to 85, he comes back in. What happens when his wear and tear gets to the point where he's never going to recover to 85? Guess what happens? He does not come back in. They've got to... I love wear and tear. And I love the idea of rotating players on it. But there has to be a system in place where we can have natural running back rotations after 2 to 3, maybe 4 or 5 carries, depending on the back, where they just naturally come out for two or three plays and go back in. Same with wide receivers. They go deep on a pass play 1 or 2 times, they sub out. We need to be able to have this without losing players in the fourth quarter. Every other sports game, 2K, MLB Show, they have a stamina system. We can see players' stamina, their energy level, something. We need to have something like that in Madden so we can have realistic rotations from the CPU as well. CPU doesn't do anything that the user does on this. We need to have something to have realistic player rotations for running backs, wide receivers, defensive line, edge rushers, everything, without losing them in the game or having defensive backs sub out because of wear and tear or whatever reason, and then it puts in your quarterback at wide receiver or quarterback at corner. We've all seen that. An out of position player. We've had edge rushers go in and be running backs. That stuff can happen in 27. That stuff has to be tested more. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of the quality of life features I am hoping to see made and improved for College Football 27 and Madden 27. Some of them carry over, some of them are individual to each game. But either way, I'm curious what you would like to see as a quality of life, meaning something fixed or addressed that's currently in the game. And let me know what it is in the comment section below. Otherwise, stay tuned to the next one, y'all. Peace.